Spotlight, I'm Chrissy Wozniak. Today, we have the privilege of hosting an accomplished agronomy engineer with a master's degree in agribusiness. Originally from Argentina, he brings a wealth of experience in crop production, having worked in Argentina, Brazil, and the US. He's currently spearheading the business development of Ecorobotix in the Americas. Ecorobotix is the manufacturer of Ara, an innovative, high-precision sprayer that's revolutionizing farming practices by offering precise, reliable, and affordable robotic solutions. Ecorobotix has rapidly grown under his leadership, establishing a strong presence in North America and aiming to shape the future of agriculture with groundbreaking technology. Today, we're going to talk about the remarkable journey of Ecorobotix with Jose Marchetti. Welcome, Jose, and thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you, Chrissy. It's an honor.
So can you start out by giving us some of your background and how you came to this position?
Yeah, sure. As you mentioned, I'm an agronomy engineer, originally from Argentina. And after a while working for a Syngenta distributor in Argentina, selling inputs, normally like seeds, fertilizers, and agrochemicals, I made a master's degree in business and related to agriculture. And after working in large extensions of crop production, I moved to the US about 12 years ago and started my career with technology companies in agriculture with remote sensing and providing value to farmers all over the Corn Belt, Canada, and Brazil. So I started having my international career working from the US and with this company. Afterwards, I kept working with high technology and worked for a Swiss company that was the drone mapping leader company, and many years working in charge of the distribution in the Americas from Argentina, Chile, Brazil, Colombia, all Central America, Mexico, Caribbean. So largest experience in the whole Americas. Based in Florida, I was for many years. And then this company invited me to join their headquarters here in Switzerland, which I accepted joyfully. And I was following for many years the progress of Ecorobotix. And I saw they were really starting to have a commercial product, being able to bring a lot of value to the market. And life got me with the opportunity of offering all my experience and my knowledge to help them build their subsidiary and growth in the whole America. So it's a really nice story, and here we are helping Ecorobotix now.
Yeah, that's amazing. Wow, you've got so much diversity in location. That's amazing. And can you share the founding story of Ecorobotix and
Sure.
And really how the idea for autonomous weeding came about?
Yeah, sure. In Ecorobotix, we have two founders. One of them is the son of a farmer here in Switzerland that used to do manual weeding on the fields every summer with his dad. And he was asking himself, why are we doing this in the middle of the summer when this should be something done by machines? Basically, this is the short story of a kid on the fields, right? And of course, he did his degree in engineering here in Switzerland, and he kept this idea forever in his mind. And with some good friends at the university, they thought about bringing all this idea plus new technologies together, or the photogrammetry that it is here in Switzerland, something really well developed. And so they started by saying, okay, we need to map the field, understand plant by plant what it is on the ground, and based on that, do the weeding. And they started doing mechanical weeding. Then they tried, and actually Ecorobotix was very well known many years ago. When it was officially founded, it was in 2014, but the idea came many years before, right? And originally, when Ecorobotix started, it was based on a fully autonomous robot running with the energy of solar panels and doing mechanical weeding. Then, of course, ideas evolved, and they went from the mechanical weeding, which was much more complicated, to the spraying. And then in 2018, the company, after a few rounds of funding, in 2018, they saw the opportunity to switch the business model and go from the fully autonomous robot to a easy to put below a tractor implement, maintaining all the technology around the plant detection and the very ultra high precision spraying, but simplifying the life for farmers. And also, it was a great business decision because autonomous robots have many challenges. Some of them are around certification and legislation. And on other side, as you can see, more and more big tractor companies or machinery companies developing autonomous tractors, which in the future, we've been already doing some tests with some of them with our ARA ultra high precision sprayer. So in the end, the autonomous sprayer is given by the tractor, right? So it was a really successful switch in the strategy. And from there, we started selling. And in 2019, the first 8 machines were sold here in Switzerland around the factory. We are based in the French part of Switzerland in a city called Yverdon-les-Bains. And it's a very agriculture area here. And after these 8 machines, we went to 48 and then to 120. And now I cannot say any more the numbers because we are exponentially growing the sales. And it is basically because we are bringing a lot of value to the farmers.
Right. Yeah. So I think everyone's kind of familiar here in North America with the John Deere See and Spray. So how does it compare and contrast with that?
Well, See and Spray and other solutions from other companies, we work in kind of the same environment, but we go into much more detail and we do it in a different way. I mean, See and Spray and other systems are meant to be used in the large normal sprayers. And what they are doing is they are adding systems to detect the plants and to open and close the nozzles when it's needed, which is fantastic. But the thing is, the footprint they are given is still the practically the normal footprint of a sprayer, which is about, let's say, 20 to 25 square inches. And we are on the 2.4 square inches footprint.
Oh, wow.
When you do the math of that, we are talking about 50 to 70 times smaller size of spraying pixel, let's say, on the ground. Wow. That is really our main differentiation, that we go. That's why we call the ultra high precision, because maybe See and Spray or others can be well known and they are doing a good job, smart spraying, but we go into the plant by plant detection, right, and spraying plant by plant, not just big pixels, right?
Right. Yes. Yeah. Because I understand with See and Spray, it's just if it's green, if it's a plant, it's not identifying the plant, right?
Yeah, also there's things about the sensors and how they do the identification of crops and weeds. What we do basically is photogrammetry. Let's say everything that you can differentiate with your own eyes is what the machine is working on.
Wow.
So we can detect weeds as little as 1/8, 1/9 of an inch, and we spray only 2.4 square inches. So the application is really, really precise.
Amazing. So it's collecting these images across all of these different crops. And so how is that influencing the algorithms? It's
Well,
deep learning, right?
yeah, the interesting thing is that the more machines out there, the better the algorithms get, and we can really increase the benefits for the farmers, right? This is about AI or artificial intelligence and machine learning. Some things are more automated than others. Some models are easy to improve than others. It's a whole challenge. And this is part of the, I would mention like one of the biggest advantages that we have against or versus other competitors or companies in the same environment in the market is that we started collecting images so many years ago that we have a pretty big bank of images, and it is growing exponentially too with all the machines that are out there. So yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. And as you've just outlined, you've experienced significant growth. So what kind of factors have contributed to this growth, like as a manufacturer? How did you do it?
Well, as a manufacturer, we in Europe, we are now present in all the countries in Europe, plus some of the Eastern countries. And basically, our business strategy is going through distributors, big dealers of machinery that really help us multiply our sales force, right? And our post-sales force. Because what you need really to provide farmers and to every customer, right, in any industry, but in particular in the farming industry, is post-sales services and all the help they can get. And you need something that I call proximity. You need proximity. No one knows better a farmer than the dealership that it is working around them. So we are really convinced of this business model in the Americas. What we are doing now is putting or selling the first machines to big farming companies that are giving us a solid start, understanding that everything that we've been doing in Europe can be replicated in the US. Of course, for everyone here in Switzerland, it was a very stressful time to start working in the Americas, in the US and in Canada, and we have even a machine already in Argentina. So testing same crops, but in different soils and in different environments with different type of farming companies. I mean, the farming industry is not the same everywhere, even when the farmers' mindsets could work in the same way anywhere in the world. So it's interesting, the challenges and everything we are facing in America. Of course, we are starting to sell through some distributors. In Canada, we signed an agreement for distribution. In Argentina, we signed an agreement for distribution. In the US, we are taking our time because we really think we have a precious product and we don't want to quickly get attached to anyone until we really prove the technology, have a few good satisfied customers. So we want to do good steps before signing distribution agreements. Of course, we are in conversations with a few very interesting ones.
Yeah, that makes sense. And can you discuss the trials that you conducted with ARA in Switzerland, France, Netherlands, Belgium. What are the key learnings that are coming from these trials?
Well, really, when we say that it's more than trials, Chrissy, because really the first couple of years, there were many trials, but nowadays in Europe and Eastern Europe, farmers that are buying our machines are really operating them as part of the program in their operations on their crops. And basically what they are finding is big benefits, mainly three. One is that they are, of course, saving a lot of money in herbicides and insecticides, in fungicides. And in average, the saving during a full season of a crop is around 60 to 70% of savings. In the earliest stages, you can get up to 95% of savings in the inputs. Of course, then when the crop grows, well, the lower is the saving. But in average, you are around 70% of saving. Then a second very important benefit is that many of the herbicides that we are using nowadays are selective, depending on the situation the crop is being grown. I mean, depending on the water, on the stress the plant has, it could be harmed by this selective herbicide. So what we are seeing is a significant increase in yield. It can vary a lot. It can vary from 0 to more than 20%. But in many cases, farmers are doing treatments out of the best moment to do a treatment. And when that happens, the risk of phytotoxicity because of the use of a selective product is higher. So then the increase in yield is a second big benefit. And the third big benefit is that they can reduce the manual labor significantly.
Right.
We have been running trials with the farming companies in California, and they are finding up to 80% of decrease in the need of use of manual labor, which is not only very costly, very expensive, but also brings some other challenges to any farming company, because finding people to work on the fields is not easy, and it comes with a lot of other collateral things.
Right. Yeah, great points. And what are some of these farmers saying, these initial farmers that have adopted this? What are their remarks when you talk to them?
Well, the remarks is that some of them couldn't believe it was possible to work this way, plant by plant, focusing on doing a treatment either on the crop or the weed, because we can, of course, do weeding, but we can also focus, for example, the spraying on the crop to do a fungicide. And then why are you going to spray the whole field if you can only spray a fungicide on the crop? So right. First impression is they really get amazed. And I mean, I've been working for Ecorobotix for a while, and every time you see the machine working on the field at the speed we go, because I didn't mention, Chrissy, but the speed we go is about 4.5 miles per hour, mm-hmm. and we have a 20 feet width machine. So the productivity is pretty high for the standards of vegetable production. Of course, I'm talking about high value crops and vegetables, right?
Right.
Then we are working also in some organic production of corn and soybean, and our algorithms for corn and soybean are working pretty well. Again, we are always improving them, but yeah, they are fascinated with the technology. It's hard to believe until you see it.
Right.
You need to demonstrate to convince farmers. I mean, I come from a family of farmers, and I'm an agronomist. I know we need to really, you can tell us, oh, we can do this and that. Okay, show me.
Yes.
So
Exactly.
So, and it's fair. It's fair. It's a lot of money that they invest in an open space, you know. But yeah, it's amazing to do demos and say, you see what we are saying, we are delivering, and no, it's very satisfactory. It's very nice to work in a company that it is delivering what it's promising.
Right. Yeah. Great points. And switching gears a little bit to the company culture, Ecorobotix really emphasizes a dynamic, family-like working environment too. So, what are some of those strategies that are used by the company to create these relationships among employees?
Well, basically, Ecorobotix is certified as a B corporation since 2 or 3 years already, and with really high grades on this qualification. Look, what I can tell you is that basically it is a very open company. You know, no one is working in silos. Everybody is exchanging ideas with everybody, and we are trying to keep this even when the company is growing at a very fast pace. We went from 40 employees 2 years ago to now we are over 110, and with 30, 40 people to hire in the next 3-4 months, because production needs to exponentially increase. So most of the team that we are hiring here in Switzerland is to increase production. Very open. I mean, you can have a coffee any morning with the founders, with the CFO, with the CEO, and exchange ideas and quickly, we don't have a lot of fear of saying something that, oh, this is a silly idea. No idea is silly. Nothing that you can think as a question, you don't keep it for you, go for it. So this open culture and really focusing also on the well-being of the employee as a whole, not only part of the company, but we all have families and kids, and we do a lot of activities to share time together. So to bring strong relations.
I love that. Yeah, and you actually have several openings on the North American team. What are those positions that you're looking for?
Yes, we have 6 open positions in the US. We are looking for 2 after sales, 2 pre-sales, 2 sales. From those, we are already about to hire our first salesperson. It's going to be a sales manager for the West Coast, and an after sales. But this is just the beginning. Because on our forecast for 2024, we have 15 people to hire. Again, our business model is based on what we are convinced that it is to go through local dealerships. But of course, you have to build a team to support these future dealerships. So understanding this business model is that we are starting to hire people to be able to support the future dealer network.
Right. And at the moment, the ARA offers 13 different herbicide, fungicide, or insecticide options, correct?
Well, what we have now is different functions and different algorithms. We call functions things that can be applied in any crop. So, for example, we have an all-green algorithm, or row algorithm, or target size algorithm. With these 3 that are called by us functions, you can combine them and work on any crop. And then we have specific algorithms for certain crops, and it is, like you mentioned, a group of 12, 14 different crops where we can do specific weeding. And that is, for example, we can do the weeding in carrot, in lettuce, in onions, in spinach, and many others. Also, like I mentioned, corn and soybean. So we have this combination between the algorithms and what we call functions. So with some crops, you can work only with the functions. For example, if you would ask me, oh, Jose, but I'm planting cauliflower. Can I use an algorithm? No, I don't have an algorithm for cauliflower, but you can use the all green combined with target size and combined with the row algorithm. So then you start getting most of the benefits, maybe not as much as in the onion crop, which we have a specific plant-by-plant algorithm that allows you to do not only the weeding on any weed, but we also differentiate monocotyledons or gramíneas from dicotyledons or broadleaf. So but the exciting thing about these functions is that you can use them in any crop. And then if you grow some of the crops where we have the algorithm, well, then you can go to the, to the really ultra high precision.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. And how do you set up procedures so that you're maintaining that close link with the ag community to make sure that you're balancing that? I've learned this over the last few years, where you really need in this modern technology to balance the line between innovation, really cool things, and that practical need for producers, but also ensuring that they can profit. So how are you going about doing that and getting that feedback and staying really close to the community too?
Well, basically it's being close to the farmers, right? We need many of the people here in the company, especially everyone working on sales or technical support, we are all coming from the ag side, right? So we understand the farmers' mindset and what they need. And what we do is try to do everything on our technology be as simplest as possible with the less, the farmer really has only a few things to do. They have to focus on their crop and they know what they need to spray. And we just facilitate that. We put a machine with the ultra high precision that can be operated through an interface. So we provide the tablet. We could even operate with a smartphone, but for now we are providing a tablet. And with only really a few clicks, you decide, I want to do this crop and I want to do weeding and I want to use the all green combined with the target size because my crop is already big and I want to control only the weeds are small or smaller. And then when you set up what you want to do, then it is connected to the computers in the tractor and you go. And the tractor goes and it starts spraying. It's it's fantastic because really the input that the farmer does is only to say to the machine what I want to do, and then the machine does it.
Yeah, amazing. And so what are you excited about for the future of Ecorobotics and really for ag tech?
Well, something that I really love from working in companies like Ecorobotix is that you bring new opportunities to so many people. It's not only helping, of course, we are focusing in changing agriculture for the better, helping farmers increase their results, right? This is our vision. But around this vision, there's so many people, from operators on the tractors to young agronomists or a very experienced consultants. Everyone is benefiting, it's getting the benefit of the value we are bringing. Consumers are going to have healthier crops to consume. So the combination of aligning, by aligning what the market asks to the farmers, and what also legislation and government are putting pressure on the farmers.
Yeah.
But we are bringing value. It's not only aligning this to the farming industry, but bringing a lot of benefits to the farmer. And these benefits are going to help them to keep running their businesses. Because we know agriculture is a business where the investments are tremendous, at a high risk, and the margins are not always so great, and things happen. Weather can play the wrong way. And so, yeah, farmers that adopt these new technologies, the earliest they adopt it, the bigger is going to be the return they are going to have. So for me, it's very exciting. It's something that it is opening so many opportunities for so many people, that it's great. Yeah, this is the main motivation.
Yeah, for sure. And then for you, what are you the most passionate about in what you get to do? So what gets you out of bed in the morning?
Oh, for sure is, again, I'm not going to be tired of saying that we are bringing value to the farming industry. We have a product that it is really a game changer for many farmers.
Yeah.
And this is great. It feels so good because, you're being a help for, I mean, maybe it's too big to say, but we are helping humanity, right? We are helping the environment, we are helping people.
Yeah.
And you don't get this feeling every day or working in every, I mean, I am experienced and I worked in many companies, and sometimes the value that you bring is more limited and more, just for maybe just for the farmer, or just for, no, this is helping everyone.
Yeah, that's great. So where can people find out more information if they're interested?
Well, of course, we have our website, which is being renewed now, and they can get in touch with us on our contacts. And yeah, we are going to participate in many shows throughout next year. We are going to be at World Ag Expo in February in California. We are going to participate in Yuma in the Vegetable Fair, also happening in February. And there's so many shows that we are going to attend that
great.
You can follow us on LinkedIn and Instagram.
Perfect. That's awesome. So thank you so much for joining me today. So much to learn, and we seem like we're just on a really cool precipice in agriculture right now. It's a very exciting time, isn't it?
Thank you. Yes, absolutely. I agree, Chrissy.
And thanks to all who are watching or listening. If you want to learn more, the links are provided in the show notes. Don't forget to subscribe to North American Ag Spotlight on YouTube, Rumble, or Telegram channels. And the podcast is available on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, or wherever you listen to podcasts. And have a great day.